It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the reigning NFC champs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 11 carries, 64 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air, or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take it. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so...
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40, 20, 10, 5. He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Lutt's good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. 7-7, our score after 1. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Lance. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The 30. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. To throw, it's Lance. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. The Lance going to throw. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down. Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker. It's just me and you. It's just me. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance looking to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Got him in. It's Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And Lance's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Now is signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
We're timing up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 113 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who's one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 149 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st down, Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Murray going to throw. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A handoff to Barkley. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll buy some time right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Lance now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. That catch good for only a couple. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trend expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lance. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, oh no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Oh no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked
As we
tight
speak.
with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
No, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Saints are right back in this football game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson, an 80-yard touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this part of the game. Go for 2 and try to make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. To throw is Murray. And that's complete to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, Mike 20.
Murray to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
56. Right there. 56.
Back to throw. Murray rolling to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked. One final try now for Lance. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Now let's do this.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated.